Hey, welcome to another video from the Outdoor Analyst. Today I've got a super fun one for you, and it is called, as you can see from the title, High-End EDC. Oh, hey, why is there a Tundra 3 from Bark River here? Is this your normal EDC? That's high-end, definitely high-end. Maybe this is just a touch big. So let's move on to something maybe a little more reasonable for today's knives. And today's going to be really a versus, and there's no real reason for it. I just like small knives from Bark River and LT Wright. So let's just throw out a few here. This is going to be the LT Wright Maverick Colt. Yeah, it's the small one from them in dyed bone. So this is going to be knife number 1. And boy, is this thing tiny. Let me just put a little perspective out here for you. That's really what this was out to start with. An EDC knife is small. It is not a camp knife. It is not an 8 and a quarter inch knife by any means. So we'll stop screwing around, but just know this is a tiny knife, and all the knives when we bring it out are very, very small. And you know what? Let's go side by side. Let's do an LT right here. And let's bring out something from Bark River just to kind of keep it more fun. So this is going to be a Bark River Mountaineer 2. It is a thick, chunky little boy, and it is in CPM crew wear. And whereas the LT Wright Maverick Colt here is an A2 steel. So let's keep going down the fun rabbit hole here. Here is an LT Wright pronghorn in 3V steel. Another fantastic little EDC knife. Oh my goodness, got a Scandi blade on there. So nice. Ooh, what's the comparison here? Let's pull out a little Scandi from Bark River, the ultralight bushcrafter. Ooh, little green and gold elder burl. That's black micarta. Let's do another one from LT right here. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. This is, I bring this out quite a bit, the Jesmic C with some nice desert ironwood burl. Ooh, that is a fine knife for EDC. And let's put out kind of the final one from Bark River here. Ooh, this is gonna be another desert ironwood. Whew. This is the Bushcraft Scout, and daggone, does that look good as well. Whew. So why do you have, or why would you want an EDC knife this small, and that is a fixed blade? Well, it's just because, one, you like having tough little knives to carry around with you, and if you're going to be carrying something, let's say in a bag, off-body carry, or you just want something super small and light for your belt, these knives are really great. And I just wanted to put out some really high-end, really nice knives. No, these aren't cheap. None of these are inexpensive. They're all over $100. And I think they're all really, really well worth it. Why would you pick them up? Just because you want something that's a little tougher and that can handle a little more work, I think. If you're really going for, let's say, backpacking, any of these knives would be a great choice. There are some probably a little better than others, depending on what situation you're in. If you were going into a really rainy situation, you probably want more of the stainless steels, and that would be this LT Wright Jesmic C, or the Bark River Bushcraft Scout in Magna Cut here. What a killer steel for dealing with any sort of weather issues if you're going to be out really for days and it's going to be wet conditions or really humid conditions. These you won't have to worry about rust or any issues like that. If you're also doing insane amounts of kitchen work, well, one, you probably want the Bushcraft Scout here because it is a convex, and it's still kind of like a saber vex. There's still a flat here, but for the most part it's fairly thin and would do veggies and food really well. So if you're at work and you're like, hey, I just want a really good knife for my lunches or dinners or whatnot, here you go. This will do a great job with it. You won't have to worry about rust. Also, probably never have to sharpen this unless you hit it on some ridiculous materials like a quartz countertop. But other than that, it should do you pretty well. So what would you choose one of these over others for? I would say if you really want like the toughest out of all these, and you're like, man, nothing but really tough matters. This little, I think, Bark River with Crew Wear and the Mountaineer 2 is very thick, very tough, and so small. You're gonna have to do horrible things for this to actually pick up damage. So really good option for that. If you're ultimately going for lightweight, you may end up going with the ultralight bushcrafter from Bark River, or possibly gosh, what is this thing? Maverick Colt from LT Wright. I still think this is a hair lighter, and you also get a little more blade off of it too. But daggone, do these both look amazing. Oof, hard to get over. You can just lose yourself in the look of these knives. So cool. Super lightweight, really awesome in that way. Either one of those kind of takes the cake. If you're gonna tell me you're doing nothing but woodwork and you want EDC in the woods, just throw something on your belt. This is perfect. This really is. You're gonna go with the LT Wright Jez McC. This Ulu sweep is the best when it comes to wood. And you have a LT Wright Scandi, which is pretty much one of the best Scandis out there too. They just do great angles. Oh, such a good job. So amazing. For another great woods worker is going to be their the pronghorn from LT Wright. Another awesome Scandi. This is 3V, so this is going to be one of the toughest Scandis that's out here. Same with the Bark River, but this is a little thicker. So definitely a little bit tougher when it comes to woods work. This is an AEBL, a great stainless steel, but not super tough. So when it comes to really hard woodwork, this Puko style is amazing. It's also my backpacking knife of choice, just because it does everything I need it to do, and it is very lightweight. But either one of these could do really well for that. So those are just kind of 6 options. LT Wright versus Bark River. You can't go wrong with either one of these, but if you want my honest opinion, you're only going to buy one, and you're like, I want it to be perfect. Most likely out of the box, LT Wrights are going to be much more exact. And I mean, like, their plunge grinds are going to be pretty much perfect and dead on when it comes to those. You're going to have really good symmetry when it comes to how they're actually grinding stuff on the blade. Whereas if you switch it over to a Bark River, you'll get something like this. And this is so far off. It's really bad. So let's just be honest, they are not perfect. This one's pretty good, but the handle scales are actually proud all around this thing. So fit and finish is going to be better with LT Wright. It's also going to be less expensive, but you're going to get more exotic handle materials with the Bark River side. Just expect there to be more flaws with it as well. So that's kind of the caveat I'll throw out for these. If you're going to put the money down, I'd probably put it down in LT Wright, unless you just don't like the handle materials they have. And then Bark River's going to have a lot more options for you, and a little more options in the steel as well. They all do these in runs. It's 2022. Everybody's still behind in production, so don't expect to find exactly what you want every single time. You have to wait a few months for them to do another run of one of these knives before you can find it at a dealer. So keep that in mind. They probably do these at least once a year. Most of them twice a year, at least in the runs, so you should be able to find them. But all these are great choices. They are expensive EDC knives for higher end. I usually throw these in my shoulder bag, or go throw them on my belt whenever I'm doing like squirreling or something like that. That's when they get their most use, except for backpacking. And then I'll use this for woods work, just in the back whenever I'm making fires, or just throwing it into the fireplace, doing a fire there. It's just really nice to get some feather sticks really fast. So that is really all I wanted to do. Just a quick overview of some amazing knives. Maybe another super fast size comparison. I'll let you know these are really small, guys. This is a Bark River Bravo 1. There is a massive difference. This is not a large knife. So just know these are small, but these are also the smallest knives that fit large to XL size hands. I have some pretty big paws, not super long fingers, like large size fingers, XL size hands. So each one of these fits me really well, and in the handle. So just know that. None of them will be as comfortable, let's say, as a Bravo 1 here. It's just way bigger. but these still allow you to get a 4-finger grip on all of them, and that's why I own these. I don't go smaller than this because that does not work for me. Anything larger is getting close to not being, an EDC knife. This is not an EDC knife. This is something, this true belt knife right here. These are all something, except for maybe this one and this one, you can throw in your pocket. Like legitimately throw in your pocket and they disappear. That's kind of what I consider EDC. In all honesty, these are usually going in a bag with me. I take one of these to work every single day. It is nice to have a fixed blade to be able to crank on something, and also just to eat lunch with something that's a little fancier. You know what I'm saying? You pull one of these out, people are usually more interested in the handle material than anything, and it's pretty fun to talk about at that point. So that's just, hope you enjoyed this, guys. Like, subscribe, please subscribe. Hey, we hit 500 subscribers. I am so excited about that. I can't wait to do more. So thanks for subscribing. There's also links to a website down below, Outdoor Analyst. Check it out. There are affiliate links on there. If you click on stuff and buy something from Amazon, yeah, we get a little bit of a kickback. Much appreciated, but prefer if you subscribe too. So thank you so much. I will catch you guys on the next one.